Good afternoon, Eeveelutions Nation, and welcome to another Pokemon Sword and Shield leak. In this video, we are going to be looking at a very interesting leak that I did kind of read up on. I did kind of skim through because I was noticing a lot of familiarities with things that we've seen in the past. You guys have been keeping up with me this whole journey, looking at a bunch of leaks for Pokemon Sword and Shield. And you guys, a lot of this will sound familiar to you guys. But there are a couple of new things here I do want to mention, and the fact that things are getting repeated, like I said, it can either mean one of two things. It can either mean that one, it's very credible, or two, it's not credible at all. They're just copying and pasting things that have already been said before just to, you know, make it seem like it's more credible. But with that said, if you guys haven't already clicked the like button, go ahead and do so, because I promise you this video is going to be very exciting, very full of energy, and full of good stuff. I mean, maybe, who knows, I guess we're going to read through this and see if it actually has good information or shitty information. But also, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to make sure that you guys don't miss a single Pokemon Sword and Shield leak. Now, this person claims that the video is shown on July 24th, 2019. So Wednesday. I guess we'll find out Wednesday if this is true, which is nice. But in it, we're going to see 3 Pokemon. A larva, an elephant, and a hammerhead shark. Like, this information we've heard of before. I have leaks on this already say on the channel. So the fact that it's getting repeated is interesting. And then you'll see a couple of Galarian Pokemon, new Pokemon. One will be Oddish, will be Grass and Fire type. Now we heard about Oddish also receiving a Galar form, but now we're learning about typings, which is very interesting. It's going to receive a Grass and Fire typing. Some others that you won't see in this video include Arbok will be Steel, and Slugma will be Water Ice type. Now, we didn't hear about Slugma, we didn't hear about Arbok, but I'm okay with that. Arbok, that it's going to be Steel type, that's kind of interesting because the opposite of Poison would be Steel, because Steel is immune to Poison. And Slugma, who's Fire, the opposite of Fire would be Water, and I guess Ice, just to throw in a little extra thing in there. Ice-Water type is a very nice typing, so, because it gives you a nice stab to counter Grass type, so I'm okay with that. And Slugma, I think, deserves a little bit more representation. Arbok as well. Version exclusive gyms will be shown at the forest with the mushrooms. Okay, it's time to pull up a map. It's time to pull up a Galar map. Let's see, forest with mushrooms. Okay, okay. We need a bigger map. There you go. Oh, this one. Okay, there you go. Forest with mushrooms. Now that we know where it is, let's continue on. Version exclusive gyms will be shown at the forest with mushrooms. Opal for Shield will be Fairy. Meanwhile, Sword will have the Poison Gym led by Smith, who looks like a rock star, with the Pokeball design guitar. That's nice. I can see this happening. I mean, I don't expect the only 2 version exclusive gyms to be Bea and Alistair. I think they're going to have a lot of version exclusive gyms. I think they're actually going to try to have equal representation of every type in this game. That's my theory. Whether be it the Pokemon League, the gyms, or the version exclusive gyms, I think they're going to have equal representation of every type in these games. That's just my opinion. That's just kind of the way I see it happening. And Opal, we know, is going to be Fairy, so that's nice that it is, like, you know, in line with what we already know. And then, you know, since it is kind of like a mushroom forest, I could see how mushrooms can be poisonous and can be, like, you know, fairy-esque as well. So I like how that fits the theme. Video ends with a cartoon of Eevee evolving. Like, this we also did hear before. Like, this whole leak we've known. We've seen it before. And then the video ends with Eevee evolving. And then this continues on with more information saying there will be 2 new Eeveelutions, which are Dragon and Steel type, which I'm okay with, because that means you can have a Dragon, Fairy, Steel core with Eevees. If those are the typings, a lot of people are saying Ground and Flying, Dragon and Flying, etc., etc. For some reason, people really think there's going to be 2 Eeveelutions, and people really think that they're going to be those typings. I haven't heard Poison. I haven't heard Bug. I've heard, like, Flying, Dragon, Steel, etc., etc., Ground. So that's interesting. I would love a Dragon, Fairy, and Steel, like, Eeveelution core, because then you can literally run a team with, like, Jolteon, Vaporeon, Flareon, and then have Steelion, Draganion, and then Sylveon, which would be pretty damn dope. Chairman Rose is Leon's and Hop's dad. I've heard that again. Their mom is the second professor who we haven't met yet. Okay. Now, I've heard of a second professor in previous leaks. This person just says, okay, adds the situation that, oh, the second professor is Leon and Hop's mom. Leon gives you and Hop a Pokemon, then gives you endorsements after watching you battle each other. Okay, that makes sense. I understand that. Melton is important to the story. We've heard this before. Oleana is Team Yell's leader. She wants Melton to unleash Eternatus's full power. Okay, this is just straight up copy and paste. This whole 142 new Pokemon in the Galar game and 27 Galarian forms. We also 100% heard those two exact numbers before. And if those are the two exact numbers, I'm okay with that. That's like more than 170 Pokemon, like almost, it's close to 170 Pokemon worth of, you know, new Pokemon, essentially. Worth of content. New direct at the end of September. This video will show you a big city, the south of the region, which is not still on the map, which is not on the map that you haven't seen, that you have seen yet. This is where the evil team are based, and an urban area, which is like the wild area, but in a city. We've heard this before. The city has a train station that connects to the industrial city. Within a couple of years' time, with Ultra Sword and Ultra Shield, this train station will be able to connect to Kalos. Ultra Sword and Ultra Shield. I highly doubt that'll be the names. I mean, maybe those are just placeholder names that this person is giving, because I'm pretty sure that, you know, they're not even worried about these two games right now. They probably don't have names for them. They don't have thoughts about them. They don't have anything. I'm assuming this is just placeholder names. So he's just saying Ultra Sword and Ultra Shield to assume that, you know, he's just trying to convey. He's just trying to convey, you know, the next generation worth of, like, you know, the remakes of these games. We'll connect to Kalos. That's interesting. I don't believe it though. Brock and Misty are in Sword and Shield. I have a theory on this. If you guys saw my video from yesterday, we're seeing a lot of Team Rocket representation, like with Meowth getting a Gigantamax, and then maybe Arbok and maybe Weezing are getting a Gigantamax. So we have Arbok here maybe getting the Galarian form. We're getting a lot of anime representation. I can see Brock and Misty making their way onto Sword and Shield the same way that I could see Jesse and James making their way onto Sword and Shield. Because why the hell not? Especially after Let's Go, and, you know, those characters made appearances in that game. So why can't that happen again, essentially? It's all about cross-branding. Now, here we have next month's Core will introduce you to Impidimp, which we have not gotten an official, like, reveal to yet. So that's nice that we're gonna maybe get one. Then you have 3 sets of version exclusive gyms are in the game. Last ones are in an ice area, which will be ice for shield and dark for sword. Ice area, ice area, ice area. Here. Somewhere, probably here in the corner. So it'd be ice for sword and dark for shield. Why would it be dark? That seems kind of random, but whatever. Ice for shield and dark for sword. Okay. My favorite new Pokemon are either the Blue Dolphin, which is a water type, or a pre-evolution to Miltank. So this person is claiming that there's going to be new pre-evos in this game. Interesting, because those would be part of the new 142. Okay, that's interesting. Because what other Pokemon will get pre-evos? Looks like a baby cow. Well, yeah, no shit, kid. Lastly, this game will include a few unused beta Pokemon. If you guys haven't seen the video that I made on the beta Pokemon, please go ahead and click it down below in the description. Here's like a quick little image of them. I'm not going to go over them again because I did go over them in like super high detail previously. So if you guys want to see that video, go ahead, click it in the description down below. But tell me what you guys think about this leak, because I find this really interesting. A lot of the shit we've seen before, some of it even word for word. Like this, word for word. But granted, I don't really know another way that you can phrase that sentence. But we've seen it before. But a lot of this stuff is new, so I want to mention it to you guys. Some of it looks pretty credible. I mean, credible in the sense that he has no reason to support these claims. But I could see it happening. Like, these aren't within, like, outside the realm of possibility. Like, the biggest stretch here is Ultra Sword, Ultra Shield, being able to connect to Kalos. I don't see that one. That seems like something the fans want, not something GameFreak wants. So, with that said, Hope you guys enjoyed this leak. If you did, like and comment down below. Remember, none of this is confirmed until GameFreak goes ahead and confirms it themselves. I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, but hopefully no one yelled at me in the comment section. With that said, I'm Ovation. Hope you did enjoy. Peace out.